So here I will just continue with the previous video discussion. We are discussing about the fifth property of S matrix, about phase shift property. We know that all the elements of S matrix, that is S parameters, are complex quantity, right? Since they are complex quantity, you can easily measure their magnitude as well as phase values, right? So if you see this diagram, each micro device has the reference planes. Most of the time we use the ports: input port, output port. Input port is nothing but port 1, output port is nothing but port 2. And these ports are also considered as what? Reference planes. Reference plane 1 and reference plane 2, right? So whenever the device is characterized by the reference planes, right? So we'll get some elements in the S matrix. If I want to measure S parameters, they are always defined with respect to the position of the port or reference plane. So if there is a change in the position of the reference plane, there also change in the phase value, the change in the S parameters value. If S parameters are changed, definitely the magnitude as well as the phase value becomes changed, right? So what this phase shift property tells us is that whenever there is a change in the position of reference plane with respect to the device, there is also change in the complex values. In turn, there is change in the phase values. So here we have the reference plane 1 and reference plane 2, and with respect to these reference plane, the scattering matrix is given by S. For 2-port network, we know the elements S11, S12, S21 and S22, right? And if I shift the position of these reference plane outward to the position 1 dash and 2 dash by some electrical phase shifts, right, or some distance L1 and L2, the new scattering matrix which characterize the device is given by S dash, which is equal to e raised to minus j pi 1 0 0 e raised to minus j pi 2, and this is the actual S parameter with respect to the original reference plane, and here it is with respect to the 2 dash, that is the second reference plane, e raised to minus j pi 2 0 0 e raised to minus j pi 2, right? So it is simple. Whenever you change the reference plane, there is a change in the phase value, right? Phase value means there is a phase shift in the S parameter. So that is about the phase shift property. And next we discuss, it is just a comparison, brief comparison between S, Z and Y matrices. So what is the comparison between these three matrices, right? So first comparison is very simple. Like impedance and admittance matrix for any n-port network, S matrix also provides a complete information or description of the network like Z and Y matrix. And in the Z and Y matrices, they are related to the total voltage and currents at the ports. Yes? So we related how Z and Y parameters are related to the input voltage, current and output voltage and current. But whereas in S matrix, the parameters are related as the incident voltage and reflected voltage on the ports or from the ports. If I say on the port means it is the incident voltage wave on the input port. If I say the reflected voltage, it has to be from the output port to input port, right? So this is a second comparison between ZY and S. And this third point and fourth point are very important. So these equations clearly tells you that how S parameter or S matrix is exactly related to the Z matrices, right? So here S matrix is given by, it is the difference of Z and U, where U is the unit matrix, Z matrix, Z minus U multiplied by inverse of Z plus U. You take the Z plus U, take the inverse, then multiplied with Z minus U, you will get the S matrix. Similar way, the relationship between S and admittance Y matrix is expressed as, again here a little difference is what? First you have to subtract admittance matrix from unitary matrix, then you add unitary matrix and admittance matrix, take the inverse of the second matrix, and that inverse matrix is multiplied with U minus Y, you will get 2 cross 2 S matrix, depending upon how many ports you consider. If it is 2 port, then you will get the 2 cross 2 matrix for S parameters. And next we discuss is what are the common characteristics, what are the common points that we can have between S, Z and Y matrices. So the characteristic which are common between S, Z and Y. So the total number of elements in all these matrices are same. If you consider S, Z, Y, A, B, C, D or hybrid parameter, the number of elements remains same. And for reciprocal networks, all these three matrices exhibits the symmetry property. So all matrices have symmetric matrices. And few advantages of scattering matrix over Z and Y are using microwave measurement techniques, frequency and VSWR, power and phase measurement with respect to microwave signals can be easily measured using what? S parameters. And the power relations of lossless microwave circuits as well as devices can be readily checked by using the unitary property of S matrix. And the third and last, the point which makes how S matrix is advantage over Z and Y. So in case of Z and Y matrices, the voltage and current are the functions of what? The complex impedance and admittance respectively. But when the reference plane are changed, there is a change in both magnitude and phase of the impedance as well as admittance, as I mentioned in S parameters. But in the case of S matrix, the change in reference plane changes only the phase of the scattering matrices. Please remember, in case of Z and Y matrices, the voltage and current, if the voltage and current functions are complex one, whenever there is a change in the reference plane, that changes both magnitude as well as phase of the complex impedance and admittance. But whereas in case of S matrix, even if you change the reference plane, there is only change in the phase, not in the magnitude. Magnitude doesn't change, only phase will change. So that is the advantage of S matrix compared to the S, Z and Y. Right? So this is about the today's concept. We started with the parameters of the S matrix. So let me discuss. So the S matrix is always a square matrix of size n cross n. The diagonal elements of perfectly matched network are always 0. For reciprocal network, S matrix always exhibit symmetric property, and S matrix has unitary property for lossless network, and necessary condition is what? S star into S transpose equal to unitary matrix. Next there is a phase shift property. The change in the position of reference plane makes the change in the phase shift value of the S parameter. Then we discussed the comparison between S, Z and Y, right? And how they are related to Z and Y matrices, also unitary matrix. And then what are the common characteristics we found between S, Z and Y, and what are the advantages of S over Z and Y. This much we discussed, and in the next video lecture we will be discussing about what are the S matrix representation, what is the S matrix representation for mismatched two-port network or in generally n-port network, and then we'll solve the 2 to 3 numerical examples on properties of S matrix as well as the phase shift property of S matrix, and also the various losses that occur in the signal transmission we'll discuss in the next class.